Alright guys, hey, I'm here with Greg Nelson. Man needs no introduction. I don't know anyone here that's a better celebrity as far as coaching. I'm at Lloyd's Mixed Martial Arts Millionaire event. Greg was nice enough to say he'd answer a couple of questions for us. The first thing, Greg, we talked a little bit yesterday in that, what advice would you give to someone new to mixed martial arts and just looking around for a club to train at? What are things that are pivotal to you as far as a trainer?
Well, as far as a trainer goes, someone who's very open-minded and has the ability to make sure that the guy can get trained in all the three primary areas. Striking, so every fight starts standing up. And then they have the ability to take somebody down or defend those takedowns. And lastly, have the ability to grapple.
Cool. Now, is there a certain mindset that new students should have? How can someone kind of prepare themselves? They're totally new, totally fresh. What should they kind of mentally do to have the greatest chance of success?
I'd have to say that to have the greatest chance of success, and especially mixed martial arts, is to look at each one of those individual areas striking and really develop fundamental striking skills, fundamental takedown skills, and fundamental grappling skills. And the biggest thing is don't try to get too much at once. It's because basics win fights. Basics done at the right time win fights. And so it's really about building up those fundamental skills and then blending them. How to properly blend them. Simplest stuff, like I said, done right. You watch Sean Sherk and how he fought. For 40-some fights, it was punch, shoot, take down. Simple.
Yeah. And that's really important, like what you said. A lot of people, especially someone like yourself who's such an esteemed coach, people think, oh, there must be some magic secret sauce and stuff. But you're just the basic techniques, the fundamentals being so good. They're high percentage because they work, right?
So high percentage because they work. And I would say that #1 quality of a great fighter is showing up. Showing up and training.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah. So is there any other habits, showing up? You can't get better unless you put in the hours. Is there any habits that you've noticed in some of your top competitors, between them, similarities, as far as life, habits,
Well, obviously they're all very disciplined. That's the biggest thing. The discipline. They're in the gym consistently. And the biggest thing also, as far as why I think we've had a lot of success, is because the fighters in our team really are out there to help each other. I have guys who will fight a UFC fight on Saturday, and they are in the gym Monday. Why? Because their other teammate has a fight coming up. So he has to be there for him, even if he's kind of beat up a little bit. At least he can be a dummy. And the other fighters will also be that role model. What do they need to be like? Do they need to be a wrestler? They got to be more of a striker. So if they don't have a fight, they'll become the guy that our other guy's fighting. So they're really a team. And really, like I tell people, the easiest thing for me as far as my fight team is, all I got to do is have the doors open. The fighters show up, and it's like a laboratory. And they just start to mix things and cook, and some things explode, some things turn into great things, and they find out, and they just train.
So it's not even so much that the coach is so amazing, obviously you are, but you're facilitating, but it's even how they help and work together each other.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like this, right? One of us isn't that great on our own, but together, working in unison as a team, accomplish so much more.
It's a huge thing, because if you look around at all the great fighters, they're all part of a team. There's not a fighter that comes from one individual group, and that's it. If you look at all the top teams right now, and that's what they are, the top teams, and there's a certain block that's been around. When I go to one UFC, I am almost guaranteed to see 3, 4, 5 of the same teams there all the time, and people gravitate towards them because they find out that that's where the stuff is done, and they're there for each other.
You're right, and everyone's like, oh, I want to train with that team and with this team, but the teams are obviously good, but there's always up-and-comers, but it's the power of the team.
Yep. Power of the team.
So I guess what we come down to is it's all about the basic fundamentals, having solid fundamentals, and then how you blend them together, creating your own kind of flavor, I guess, and style. Doing it, being there. You can't get better if you're not in the club.
Yeah.
And then just working together with the team and collaborating and helping each other improve, kind of iron strikes iron.
100%.
That's awesome. Greg, thank you so much. I really appreciate the 5 minutes.
Yep.
I wish you a safe trip home.
Thank you, and you too.
All right, guys.